Ever thought about which celebrities face the toughest battles with hallucinations? The stories behind these struggles are often shocking and reveal a darker side of fame. Some stars have openly discussed their experiences, shedding light on how substance use led to severe mental health issues. For instance, one actor's descent into addiction was marked by erratic behavior and public breakdowns, leaving fans and friends concerned. Another star's journey involved a series of rehab stints, each revealing more about the toll that drugs took on their mind and body. As we dive deeper, you'll discover how some of these individuals managed to turn their lives around, while others continued to spiral. The impact of their choices not only affected their careers, but also their personal relationships. The stories are filled with moments of despair, creativity, and sometimes redemption. The list of those who struggled is long, and the reasons behind their choices are complex. Each tale adds to the understanding of how fame and addiction can intertwine in unexpected ways. John Belushi, the legendary comedian from SNL and the Blues Brothers, is remembered for his incredible talent and larger-than-life personality. Despite his success, he faced a constant battle with addiction that ultimately overshadowed his career. Belushi was known for his wild antics and unforgettable performances, but behind the laughter was a man struggling with deep personal demons. His addiction to drugs escalated over the years, leading him down a dark path. At the height of his fame, he became involved with a dangerous mix of substances, particularly cocaine and heroin. This combination, known as a speedball, proved to be deadly. Tragically, at the young age of 33, Belushi's life came to a sudden end due to an overdose. His death shocked the entertainment world and served as a stark reminder of the perils of addiction. Belushi's story highlights the fine line between success and self-destruction, leaving a lasting impact on Hollywood and beyond. Woody Harrelson is known for his strong stance on marijuana use, advocating for its legalization and viewing the prohibition of it as a consensual, victimless crime. He believes that individuals should have the freedom to choose whether or not to use marijuana. This perspective places him at the center of the ongoing debate about drug use in a free society. Harrelson has been open about his experiences with marijuana, even experimenting with quitting smoking for a period. His views reflect a broader conversation about personal choice and the role of government in regulating substances. By speaking out, he challenges societal norms and encourages others to consider the implications of drug laws. His advocacy has made him a prominent figure in discussions about drug policy reform, highlighting the complexities surrounding addiction and personal freedom. Harrelson's journey illustrates the tension between individual rights and societal expectations, making him a notable voice in Hollywood regarding drug use and its perception. Cary Grant, the iconic actor, was known not only for his charm and talent on screen but also for his progressive views on mental health. He became an early advocate for LSD therapy during a time when psychedelics were being studied for their potential therapeutic benefits. Grant believed that using LSD allowed him to explore his subconscious mind, helping him to confront and take responsibility for his actions and emotions. This exploration was part of a broader movement in the 1950s and 1960s, when many in the medical community were interested in the potential of psychedelics to treat various psychological issues. Grant's experiences with LSD were deeply personal and transformative, reflecting a desire to understand himself better and to heal from past traumas. Unfortunately, as the public perception of psychedelics shifted and they became criminalized, the therapeutic exploration of substances like LSD faced significant setbacks. Grant's journey highlights a fascinating chapter in Hollywood history, where the lines between art, personal growth, and the exploration of consciousness blurred in the quest for understanding and healing. Despite her glamorous life, Elizabeth Taylor faced significant struggles with addiction. Known for her beauty and talent, she battled alcohol, drug, and food addiction throughout her life. These challenges were not just personal battles. They reflected a deeper struggle that many face, regardless of their wealth or fame. Taylor's addiction issues often led to severe health problems, showcasing the harsh reality of self-destruction. Even as a beloved actress, she experienced the same vulnerabilities as anyone else. Her life was filled with ups and downs, and her addiction often overshadowed her achievements. The pressures of Hollywood, combined with her personal life, contributed to her reliance on substances. Taylor's story serves as a reminder that addiction can affect anyone, even those who seem to have it all. Her journey through addiction highlights the complexities of life in the spotlight and the hidden battles that many endure. The glamorous image of Elizabeth Taylor often masked the pain she felt inside, revealing the darker side of fame and the toll it can take on an individual. Her legacy is not just about her films, but also about the struggles she faced, making her story both tragic and relatable. Known for his unique style and innovative storytelling, Robert Altman was an iconic film director who made a significant mark on Hollywood. He openly admitted to being a heavy drinker in his earlier years. However, as alcohol began to take a toll on his health, he made a notable switch to marijuana. This change reflected not only a personal choice, but also a broader lifestyle shift. Altman became an advocate for the legalization of marijuana, believing in its benefits and the need for a more open-minded approach to its use. His embrace of marijuana was part of his rebellious and unconventional nature, which often seeped into his films. Altman's work frequently challenged societal norms and explored complex characters, mirroring his own life choices. His legacy in cinema is intertwined with his personal beliefs, making him a fascinating figure in Hollywood history. His journey from alcohol to marijuana symbolizes a quest for freedom and authenticity, traits that define both his life and his art. George Carlin, the legendary comedian, transformed his career through the use of drugs like LSD and peyote. These substances played a crucial role in his evolution from a traditional comic to a counterculture icon. Carlin's experiences with psychedelics opened his mind and allowed him to see the world differently. This shift in perspective deeply influenced his comedy, leading him to tackle social issues with a sharp and critical voice. His routines often reflected the absurdities of society, politics, and religion, showcasing his ability to blend humor with profound insights. The use of hallucinogens helped him break free from conventional thinking, enabling him to challenge societal norms and provoke thought among his audience. Carlin's fearless approach to comedy and his willingness to explore taboo subjects made him a unique figure in Hollywood history. His legacy continues to inspire comedians and thinkers, illustrating the powerful impact of psychedelics on creativity and social commentary. Known for her iconic role as Princess Leia in the Star Wars franchise, Carrie Fisher's life was marked by her struggles with mental health and addiction. She openly discussed her use of drugs, including heroin, which she turned to as a form of self-medication for her depression. Fisher described her addiction as a way to feel more normal, highlighting the complex relationship between mental health issues and substance abuse. Her candidness about her struggles resonated with many, as she became a voice for those facing similar battles. Fisher's experiences shed light on the often hidden challenges that come with fame and the pressures of Hollywood. Despite her struggles, she remained a beloved figure, known not only for her talent but also for her honesty and humor. Her story serves as a reminder of the importance of addressing mental health and the impact of addiction on individuals, especially in the high-pressure environment of the entertainment industry. Fisher's legacy continues to inspire conversations about these critical issues. Known for his iconic role in Easy Rider, Dennis Hopper's life and career were marked by a complex relationship with drugs. His experimentation with substances like LSD and cocaine was not just a personal choice, but also intertwined with his creative process. Hopper believed that these drugs could enhance his artistic vision, allowing him to explore new realms of creativity. However, this journey into the world of hallucinogens came with significant consequences. As he delved deeper into drug use, Hopper experienced a period of psychosis that affected both his professional and personal life. His struggles with addiction led to tumultuous relationships and erratic behavior, showcasing the fine line between creativity and self-destruction. The highs of his artistic achievements were often overshadowed by the lows of his mental health battles. Hopper's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of substance abuse in the pursuit of artistic expression. His legacy is a reminder of how the quest for creativity can sometimes lead to dark and destructive paths. Celebrated as one of the greatest actors, Marlon Brando lived a life marked by misery, abuse, and addiction. His rise to fame in the 1950s brought him critical acclaim and a reputation for intense performances. However, behind the scenes, Brando struggled deeply with personal demons. During the 1960s, his battles with alcohol and drug addiction became increasingly evident. This period of his life was characterized by a decline that contrasted sharply with his public image of masculine bravado. Brando's addiction issues were not just a personal struggle, they affected his career and relationships. He often found himself at odds with directors and producers, leading to erratic behavior on set. His once celebrated talent was overshadowed by his inability to cope with the pressures of fame and the pain of his past. Despite his struggles, Brando's legacy as an actor remains significant, but it is intertwined with the darker aspects of his life. His story serves as a reminder of the challenges many face, even those who seem invincible in the public eye. In the world of Hollywood, Robert Mitchum stands out as an underrated actor whose talent often went unrecognized. His career took a significant turn in 1948 when he became one of the first celebrities to be arrested for marijuana possession. This incident not only made headlines but also cast a shadow over his career. At the time, Mitchum was a heartthrob, admired for his rugged good looks and strong performances in films. However, his drug use made him a target during a broader campaign to clean up Hollywood, which sought to rid the industry of its more scandalous elements. The arrest affected Mitchum's public image and created challenges in his professional life. Despite the backlash, he continued to work in films, showcasing his remarkable range as an actor. His ability to portray complex characters allowed him to maintain a loyal fan base, even as the industry shifted around him. Mitchum's story serves as a reminder of the struggles many artists face, especially when their personal lives intersect with their careers. His legacy remains a testament to the resilience of talent in the face of adversity. Frances McDormand, the acclaimed actress, has had a fascinating journey with drugs in her youth. She experimented with various substances, including mushrooms and LSD, which were part of the counterculture movement during her formative years. These experiences shaped her views on life and creativity, allowing her to explore different aspects of her personality and artistry. As she grew older, Frances became an advocate for marijuana, recognizing its potential benefits and the need for a more open dialogue about drug use. She has been outspoken about her past, reflecting on how attitudes towards drugs have changed in Hollywood over the years. In an industry often marked by stigma, her willingness to share her experiences highlights a shift towards acceptance and understanding. Frances's journey illustrates the complexities of drug use and its impact on personal and professional life, making her a unique voice in the conversation about substance use in the entertainment world. In 2011, Charlie Sheen became one of Hollywood's most talked about figures due to his very public meltdown. His struggles with addiction to hard drugs and alcohol were widely reported, capturing the attention of fans and media alike. Sheen, once a beloved star known for his roles in popular television shows and movies, found himself in a downward spiral that affected both his personal and professional life. His erratic behavior included bizarre interviews and public outbursts, which shocked many who had admired him for years. As his addiction worsened, Sheen faced significant consequences, including the loss of his lucrative television career. He was famously fired from the hit show 2.5 Men, a decision that highlighted the destructive nature of addiction. The fallout from his behavior not only impacted his career, but also strained relationships with family and friends. Sheen's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of substance abuse and the toll it can take on a person's life and career. Despite attempts at recovery, the effects of his addiction have lingered, leaving a lasting mark on his legacy in Hollywood. The journey of Charlie Sheen reflects the harsh realities faced by many in the entertainment industry, where the pressures of fame can lead to devastating choices. Marilyn Monroe's rise to fame was nothing short of spectacular. She became an icon of beauty and glamour, captivating audiences with her performances in films like Some Like It Hot and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. However, behind the dazzling career lay a darker reality. The intense public scrutiny and lack of privacy took a toll on her mental health. As she struggled to cope with the pressures of celebrity culture, her dependency on barbiturates grew. These drugs, initially used to help her manage anxiety and insomnia, soon spiraled into a serious addiction. Despite her success, Monroe faced numerous personal challenges, including tumultuous relationships and feelings of isolation. Her tragic death in 1962 shocked the world and highlighted the often hidden struggles of those in the spotlight. The combination of addiction and mental health disorders painted a poignant picture of the cost of fame, reminding us that even the brightest stars can face profound darkness. Known for her iconic role in the horror classic Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis faced a significant personal struggle that many may not be aware of. After undergoing a minor surgery, she found herself battling a 10-year addiction to opiates. This addiction began innocently enough, as many people might relate to the need for pain relief after a medical procedure. However, what started as a way to manage pain quickly spiraled into a secret that she kept hidden from the public eye. Throughout her career, Jamie maintained her professional life, appearing in films and television shows while grappling with her addiction behind the scenes. The pressure of Hollywood and the expectations of her fans added to the complexity of her situation. It was not until much later in her life that she chose to reveal her struggles with addiction. This decision was part of her recovery journey, allowing her to share her story and help others who might be facing similar challenges. By opening up about her past, she aimed to break the stigma surrounding addiction and encourage conversations about mental health and recovery. Her journey highlights the often hidden battles that many individuals face, even those in the public eye. Jamie Lee Curtis's story serves as a reminder that addiction can affect anyone, regardless of their success or status. Through her honesty and courage, she has become an advocate for those struggling with addiction, showing that recovery is possible, and that sharing one's story can be a powerful step toward healing. During his early career in vaudeville, Bob Hope, the beloved comedian, dabbled in marijuana. This experimentation was not uncommon among performers of the time, as many sought to explore different forms of creativity and relaxation. However, as his career progressed, Hope's views on drug use became more complex. He made various statements about marijuana that often contradicted each other. These conflicting remarks highlighted the changing attitudes towards drug use in society, especially in Hollywood. In some circles, marijuana was seen as a harmless way to unwind, while in others, it was viewed with suspicion and concern. Hope's comments reflected this ongoing debate as he navigated the pressures of public opinion and the expectations of his peers. His experiences with marijuana were part of a larger conversation about the effects of drugs and their place in entertainment. As a prominent figure, Hope's journey through these shifting perspectives offers insight into the broader cultural landscape of his time. Errol Flynn, the swashbuckling actor known for his daring roles in classic films, faced significant challenges in his personal life. He battled alcohol and drug addiction, which included using cocaine during sexual encounters. His off-screen life mirrored the adventurous characters he portrayed, filled with excitement and excess. However, this hedonistic lifestyle led to numerous legal troubles that marred his reputation. Flynn's struggles with addiction escalated to a morphine habit, further complicating his life and career. Despite his charm and talent, the darker aspects of his life often overshadowed his cinematic achievements. His relationships were tumultuous, and his reckless behavior contributed to a public image that was as controversial as it was captivating. Flynn's legacy is a complex tapestry of thrilling performances and personal demons, illustrating the often hidden struggles faced by those in the spotlight. Known for his powerful performances, Montgomery Clift faced significant challenges in his life, particularly after a near-fatal car accident in 1956. This tragic event marked a turning point in his career and personal life. Following the accident, Clift struggled with addiction, turning to alcohol and prescription drugs as a way to cope with his physical and emotional pain. His reliance on these substances began to take a toll on his health and well-being. As his addiction deepened, it became increasingly difficult for him to maintain the same level of performance that had once made him a celebrated actor. The pressures of Hollywood, combined with his personal struggles, led to a decline in his career. Clift's once bright future dimmed as he battled his demons, ultimately contributing to his untimely death in 1966. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the challenges faced by many in the entertainment industry. Despite her glamorous image as a Hollywood star, Natalie Wood faced significant personal challenges. She occasionally used marijuana, which was not uncommon in the entertainment industry during her time. However, her struggles with alcohol and prescription pills were more serious. These substances affected her life and career, creating a stark contrast between her public persona and private battles. Wood's substance use contributed to her emotional struggles, which were evident in her relationships and professional life. The pressures of fame and the expectations placed on her as a leading actress likely intensified her reliance on these substances. Tragically, her life came to an untimely end in 1981. Leaving behind a legacy of remarkable performances but also a cautionary tale about the darker side of Hollywood. Her story serves as a reminder of the hidden struggles many face, even those who seem to have it all. While filming the iconic movie Rebel Without a Cause, Sal Mineo was introduced to marijuana, which marked the beginning of his exploration into the world of drugs. He became curious and even grew his own marijuana plants, delving deeper into the culture surrounding drug use. This experimentation was not just a personal journey, it also influenced his career. Mineo often engaged in philosophical discussions about drug use, reflecting on its implications and the societal views surrounding it. His roles in films often mirrored the drug culture of the time, showcasing the struggles and realities faced by those caught in addiction. Through his performances, he highlighted the intersection of Hollywood and addiction, revealing how the entertainment industry both glamorized and grappled with substance use. Mineo's life and career serve as a poignant reminder of the complexities of drug culture in Hollywood, illustrating the challenges faced by many artists in that era. Tatum O'Neal, known for being the youngest person to win an Academy Award, faced significant challenges in her life despite her early success in Hollywood. Her career began at a young age, and she quickly gained fame for her talent. However, behind the glitz and glamour, she struggled with heroin addiction. This addiction not only affected her personal well-being, but also had severe consequences for her family life. As her dependency on drugs grew, it led to the heartbreaking loss of custody of her children. This situation highlights the destructive impact that substance abuse can have on both personal and professional lives. Tatum's story serves as a poignant reminder of how addiction can overshadow even the brightest careers, leaving lasting scars on relationships and family dynamics. Her journey reflects the struggles many face in the entertainment industry, where the pressures of fame can sometimes lead to devastating choices. The reality of her situation underscores the importance of addressing addiction and its far-reaching effects on individuals and their loved ones. Living a life that many would envy, Peter Lawford was a prominent figure in Hollywood, known for his charm and connections. As a member of the Rat Pack, he mingled with legends like Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. His marriage into the Kennedy family added to his allure, making him a part of American pop culture. However, beneath the glamorous surface, Lawford faced significant struggles. He battled alcoholism and drug addiction, which overshadowed his career and personal life. His later years were marked by a series of failed marriages, reflecting the turmoil he experienced. The pressures of fame and his substance abuse took a toll on his health. By the time he reached the 1980s, his life had spiraled downward, leading to tragic complications from his addictions. In 1984, Peter Lawford passed away, leaving behind a legacy that was as complicated as it was fascinating, a reminder of the darker side of Hollywood's golden age. Famous for his iconic role as Count Dracula, Bela Lugosi's life took a tragic turn due to his struggle with drug addiction. After suffering from sciatica, he was prescribed opiates to manage his pain. Over time, these medications led to a dependency that would overshadow his career. Lugosi openly admitted to his addiction, which became a significant factor in the decline of his reputation and professional life. Once a celebrated actor, he found it increasingly difficult to secure roles as his addiction worsened. Despite his challenges, Lugosi sought to reclaim his life and career by entering rehabilitation. He hoped to make a comeback, but the toll of his addiction was severe. His health continued to deteriorate, and he ultimately passed away in 1956. Lugosi's story serves as a poignant reminder of the struggles many face with addiction, even those who have achieved great fame and success. In the early 1960s, Billy Gray was a well-known actor, celebrated for his role as the son, Bud Anderson, on the popular television show Father Knows Best. This family sitcom captured the hearts of many viewers and solidified Gray's place in Hollywood. However, his career took a dramatic turn in 1962 when he was arrested for marijuana possession. Although the amount was small, the incident had far-reaching consequences. Following the arrest, rumors began to swirl, and Gray faced false accusations of being addicted to heroin. This unfounded speculation not only tarnished his reputation, but also led to a significant loss of faith in humanity. The stigma surrounding drug use during that era was intense, and it affected many lives, including Gray's. The public's reaction to his arrest and the subsequent rumors illustrated the harsh realities faced by those in the spotlight. Despite the challenges, Gray's story serves as a reminder of the complexities of fame and the impact of societal perceptions on individuals. Bing Crosby, a legendary singer and actor, was known for his smooth voice and charming presence. Throughout his life, he was a lifelong marijuana enthusiast, which surprised many fans and critics alike. His advocacy for the legalization of marijuana was quite progressive for his time. Crosby's laid-back style and relaxed demeanor were influenced by his early experiences with marijuana. He believed in its benefits and even suggested it to his son as a safer alternative to alcohol. This advice reflected his understanding of the potential dangers of excessive drinking and his desire to promote a more responsible approach to substance use. Crosby's views on marijuana were not widely accepted in the conservative Hollywood of his era, making his stance even more remarkable. His openness about marijuana use contributed to a broader conversation about its acceptance in society. This aspect of his life adds a unique layer to his legacy as an entertainer who was not afraid to challenge norms. Once hailed as the next Marilyn Monroe, Jayne Mansfield's rise to fame was meteoric but ultimately troubled. As her career began to decline, she turned to drugs and alcohol, seeking solace in substances that would only deepen her struggles. Her personal life was a whirlwind of chaos, marked by a highly publicized and tumultuous affair that often played out in the tabloids. This relationship was not just passionate, but also volatile, leading to public brawls that captured the attention of the media and showcased the darker side of her fame. Mansfield's glamorous image began to fade as her addiction took hold, overshadowing her talent and beauty. The pressures of Hollywood, combined with her personal demons, created a perfect storm that led to her downfall. Despite her efforts to maintain her star status, the reality of her life became increasingly difficult to manage. The allure of fame, once a source of joy, turned into a burden that she struggled to bear. Her story serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of addiction and the often hidden struggles faced by those in the spotlight. Famous for his role in the beloved musical Grease, Jeff Conaway was a talented actor whose life was marked by both success and struggle. After a serious back injury, he became dependent on opiates, which led to a long battle with addiction. Despite his fame and the support of friends and family, Conaway faced numerous challenges in his attempts to recover. He entered rehabilitation several times, but the grip of addiction proved to be too strong. His struggles were often public, and he candidly spoke about his issues, hoping to raise awareness about the dangers of substance abuse. Tragically, his addiction ultimately led to his death in 2011, leaving behind a legacy of both talent and turmoil. Conaway's story serves as a reminder of the hidden battles many face, even those who seem to have it all. His journey reflects the harsh realities of addiction and the impact it can have on a person's life, regardless of their achievements. Known for her remarkable talent and versatility, Susan Sarandon has also been candid about her experiences with psychedelics. She has expressed a preference for natural substances, particularly psilocybin and ayahuasca. These substances are often associated with spiritual exploration and personal growth. Sarandon has shared that she enjoys using these psychedelics in outdoor settings, which allows her to connect more deeply with nature and her surroundings. This choice reflects her thoughtful and controlled approach to drug use, emphasizing a desire for meaningful experiences rather than reckless escapades. By choosing to engage with these substances in a mindful way, she highlights the potential benefits of psychedelics when used responsibly. Sarandon's openness about her drug use contributes to a broader conversation about the role of psychedelics in personal development and mental health, challenging the stigma often associated with such substances. Her experiences serve as a reminder that, when approached with care, psychedelics can offer insights and transformative experiences. In the 1970s, Hal Ashby emerged as a significant figure in American cinema, known for his unique storytelling and ability to blend humor with serious themes. He directed several acclaimed films, including Harold and Maude, Being There, and The Last Detail, which showcased his talent for character-driven narratives. However, as the 1980s approached, his career began to falter. The pressures of the film industry, combined with his increasing reliance on drugs, particularly marijuana and cocaine, took a toll on his professional life. His substance abuse not only affected his health, but also his ability to work effectively. The once celebrated director found it challenging to maintain the same level of creativity and focus that had defined his earlier successes. This decline in his career was marked by a series of less successful projects, and by the time of his death in 1988, Ashby had become a cautionary tale of talent overshadowed by addiction. Gaspar Noé is an avant-garde filmmaker known for his visually striking films that often explore intense themes and experiences. His early drug use has significantly influenced his work, leading to a unique style that captures sensory overload. This approach is evident in films like Enter the Void and Irreversible, where he uses bold colors, unconventional storytelling, and disorienting camera angles to immerse viewers in the characters' experiences. Noé's films often reflect his personal journey, illustrating how his past has shaped his creative output. The connection between his life and art is profound, as he seeks to evoke strong emotional responses from his audience. His work challenges traditional narrative structures and pushes the boundaries of cinema, making him a controversial yet influential figure in the film industry. The themes of addiction, desire, and existentialism are prevalent in his films, showcasing the darker sides of human nature and the impact of substances on perception and reality. Starting her career at just 30 months old, Judy Garland quickly became one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Her talent shone brightly, captivating audiences with her singing and acting. However, the pressures of fame took a heavy toll on her life. As she rose to stardom, Garland faced immense expectations to maintain her image, which led to her struggles with addiction. In an effort to keep her weight down and meet the demands of her roles, she was given pep-up pills. These stimulants were meant to keep her energized and thin, but they also contributed to her growing dependency on drugs. When it was time to rest, she was prescribed sleeping pills to help her sleep. This cycle of using drugs to cope with the pressures of Hollywood created a lifelong battle with addiction. Sadly, this struggle culminated in her tragic death from a barbiturate overdose in 1969, marking the end of a remarkable yet troubled life. Cheech and Chong became icons of the counterculture movement with their unique brand of stoner humor. Their films and comedy routines celebrated drug use, particularly marijuana, in a way that resonated with many during the 1970s and 1980s. They created a space where laughter and rebellion against societal norms went hand in hand. Their first major film, Up in Smoke, released in 1978, was a groundbreaking comedy that not only entertained, but also challenged the views on drug use at the time. The duo's chemistry and comedic timing made their sketches memorable, often portraying characters that were laid back and carefree, embodying the spirit of the era. Through their work, Cheech and Chong helped shape a generation's attitudes toward drugs, presenting them in a humorous light that made the subject more approachable. Their influence extended beyond just comedy. They became symbols of a movement that questioned authority and embraced freedom of expression. Their legacy continues to impact pop culture, as their films remain popular among fans who appreciate the blend of humor and social commentary. The duo's ability to connect with audiences through laughter while addressing serious topics has solidified their place in Hollywood history.